Oh, yes, I'm talking to you, incompetent enthusiast here. And today we're going to do a very simple, effective little mod. And that is to install USB power at the rear seats, the back seats of my car, of my Jeep Gladiator. Let's have a look. Here we go. There are two. One is a 12 volt cigarette lighter plug. The other one is a dual USB quick charge USB setup. And that's what I'm actually most interested in. It comes with some cabling, little wiring harness. It's got some cable connectors. It's got some self-tapping screws, and it's got some very simple instructions, but it's all self-explanatory anyway. So now let's have a look as to where we will actually fit this power setup. And here we are in the rear seat of the Gladiator, and this is where I want to locate the plugs. Now, as I can see, I can put it here at the bottom like this with the self-tapping screws. I would prefer it actually a little bit higher because there's the cup holders here as well, and I don't want it to be in the way of the cups. You know, when you actually put the cable inside, instead of using the cup holders, maybe the protruding plugs will interfere with that. So I would prefer it to be in the middle here. So I'm thinking of orientating it this way. Also, by the way, if I put it higher, there's these ridges here. So it actually is bigger, it's wider than the indentation in this cowl here. So I want it to be nice and flush. So if I put it vertically, then the cables should not interfere with anything going into the cup holders. It will be nice and flush. That should work just fine. Now, in terms of power, we can see here that the electric windows are, the controls are located right here, the switches, which means that there's power right behind this panel here. So what we need to do is figure out how to remove this panel so that we can drill the holes to accommodate this, and then figure out the live wire and the ground wire used for the windows and tap into those to power these plugs. So let's have a go and find out how we remove this cover here. Okay, it looks like we might be in luck here. This is the center console, by the way. So if I open that up, I can see there is two torque screws here and here. I think they're torque 20s. They seem to hold in place the back panel there, where the air vents are for the back seats. If I remove those two screws, then hopefully with a bit of luck I should have access to the back there by being able to remove that panel. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's one. Let's put it in the center cubby hole here, and that is number 2. Okay, those are gone. Let's go back to the back seats. Right, let's see. This should come, okay, you see, it's got play here. But there's probably clips, so let's be a little bit careful not to break any clips, but at the same time you need to exert a little bit of force here, otherwise the clips won't come off. Ah, there we go. That was simpler than I expected. Now we see that there is a there's two connectors here. There's the big one which drives the air vents and the windows. The small one, I actually don't know what that is, although the small one does seem to be a live wire and a ground wire, so that's a good start. Now this one, there's a red clip here. I need to pull it towards me. It's a little bit stiff. Okay, there it is. And now this should give way. There's a clip here that you need to press, and there we go. That is loose. Now this one, just need to push that in, and here we go. One panel. Ooh, we can see that this car goes a lot off-road. My God, I should do this outside actually. Too late, all the sand is already in my car now. Anyway, that's what a vacuum cleaner is for, so we'll clean that later. But here's the panel, and here is where I want the connector to go. So let's have a look at that now. So the next step is to mark out exactly where I need to drill my holes. So for that, we're going to be using the old cliche: measure twice and cut once. And here we have our little template. Line this up one more time here. That looks perfect. We are going to be using standard Dremel with a little grindstone. We're just going to gently grind out some excess here around these holes, while keep measuring to see that this actually falls in. Now I've already marked out a little bit of the extra line here. So, okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, what we'll do is take our plugs and in place. Okay, so just get tight. This is your plug, this is the recharge USB. There you go. So now that we're done with the manual labor of the physical install of this plug panel, we now need to find some power. And we're going to be using this big plug, I mean the heavier gauge wires. Now black typically is ground, is a neutral, so we need to find a power wire. The heaviest gauge wire is this one on the corner here. It's a pink one with a yellow stripe. So let's take our trusted multimeter and see if we can't find some power here somewhere. So I'm just gonna go bam. This is indeed a live wire. The pink with yellow. You see on the plug, it is the one on the most left in the front. There's 2 rows. It's actually the thickest, it's the heaviest gauge wire in this plug as it is. That's why I went for that first of all. And the black one, of course, is just a ground wire. And it lights up blue, as we can see there. So close it up. Oh, we've put this back in place. If I switch on power. And there we are, it's on. Let's just check something else. Window. Going down. Going up. Other window. Going down. So that's all working. Perfect. So that means that this is finished now. So we can start thinking about putting those 2 T20s back and then tidy up. So let's take the 2 T20 screws, one here, one, and this is number 2. Done.